Let's break down this image and clarify each component using your game examples. At the very top, literally, serves as our overarching theme, emphasizing that these technical concepts are being directly and literally translated into gaming terms for better understanding. In the center, Kubernetes is depicted as a central, complex control panel managing multiple containers. Explanation: in the world of tech, Kubernetes orchestrates and manages many software applications, containers. In our gaming analogy, it's like a grand arcade manager overseeing an entire collection of PlayStation 2 consoles, each running a game session. Gaming example: imagine an arcade owner who can, from a single master console, instantly launch a game of Champions of Norath on PS2 number 1, start Mario Kart on PS2 number 2, and ensure Sonic the Hedgehog is running smoothly on PS2 number 3. If one PS2 crashes, Kubernetes automatically restarts the game on another available PS2, ensuring continuous play across the entire arcade. It ensures all machines have the right game disks, images, and memory cards, volumes, ready. Flowing from Kubernetes, we see containers, each connected to a playthrough. Explanation: in tech, a container is a lightweight, isolated environment that packages an application and all its dependencies, ensuring it runs consistently anywhere. In our analogy, a container is a single PlayStation 2 console, or even a virtual PS2 instance, dedicated to one specific game session. The playthrough represents the actual game session being played. Gaming example: when you insert the Champions of Norath disk and start a new game, that specific console, or virtual instance, running your current session is a container. If you then go to another PS2 and start a new game of Mario Kart, that's another container with its own playthrough. Connected to the containers, though not explicitly labeled with volumes in this specific graphic, it was implied in the previous iteration and is a key concept here, are the memory cards. Explanation: volumes are persistent storage for containers, meaning data saved in a volume will remain even if the container is deleted or restarted. In our gaming world, these are your memory cards. Gaming example: when you save your progress in Champions of Norath, that save file goes onto a memory card, a volume. If your PS2, the container, crashes or you switch to another PS2, you can load your save from that memory card and continue your adventure right where you left off. The memory card holds your character's levels, inventory, and quest progress. On the top right, images are represented by a Champions of Norath game disk. Explanation: in tech, an image is a static, read-only template that contains the operating system, application, and all necessary dependencies to create a running container. It's the blueprint. In gaming, this is literally the game disk itself. Gaming example: the Champions of Norath disk is the image. You can take this disk and use it to start countless new playthroughs, containers, on many different PS2s. It's the unchanging source material for the game. Next to images, we have Docker Hub and Docker Scout. Docker Hub: this is depicted as an online storefront or catalog of game disks. Explanation: Docker Hub is a cloud-based repository service where users can find and share Docker images, our game disks. It's a central place to discover and download pre-built software. Gaming example: Docker Hub is like an online game store where you can browse a vast collection of PS2 game disks. You can see which versions are available, e.g., Champions of Norath, Sonic Heroes, Mario Party, read descriptions, and download them to your console, or burn them yourself. It's the marketplace for game images. Docker Scout: this is shown inspecting disks in the Docker Hub storefront. Explanation: Docker Scout is a tool that analyzes Docker images for security vulnerabilities, quality issues, and policy compliance before they are deployed or used. Gaming example: Docker Scout is like a vigilant game disk quality and security inspector at the online store. Before you download or buy a disk from Docker Hub, Docker Scout checks it to ensure it's not scratched, has no hidden bugs that could crash your PS2, or isn't a pirated copy with malware. It makes sure the image is safe and reliable. On the left side, we have builds. Explanation: in tech, builds refer to the process of taking source code and compiling, packaging it into a deployable artifact, such as a Docker image, our game disk. Gaming example: if you wanted to build your own game, builds would be the entire process of developing the game code, creating the graphics and sound, and then burning all of that onto a blank game disk. The image shows a disk burner, symbolizing this creation process. You write your game, compile it, and then burn it to create your very own Champions of Norath Custom Edition disk, ready to be played. Below builds, we have models and AI cartridges. Explanation. In the context of AI and machine learning, a model is a trained algorithm that can make predictions or decisions based on new data. AI cartridges are the literal representation of these trained models. Difference. The models shelf represents a collection of different types of AI models, e.g., one model for enemy AI, another for predicting player actions, another for generating new game levels. The AI cartridges are the physical, deployable instances of these specific models. Gaming example. Models. Imagine a shelf labeled enemy AI models. One model might be for a simple Goomba AI, just walks left and right. Another model for a more complex Koopa Troopa AI, follows player, throws shells. And a third model for a boss AI, has specific attack patterns and weaknesses. These are the different types of AI intelligence. AI cartridges. When you load a specific AI cartridge into your game, e.g., the Koopa Troopa AI cartridge, that's the trained program that defines how the Koopa Troopa enemies will behave in your Mario Bros. Game. If you wanted to make a new enemy in Champions of Norath, you'd create a new AI cartridge that dictates its attack patterns, spell usage, and movement. At the bottom left, the MCP Toolkit is shown as a collection of development and modification tools. Explanation. An MCP Toolkit, often referring to Mod Coder Pack in Minecraft, but here generalized, is a set of tools that developers or modders use to create, debug, and modify software or games. Advanced wiring implies intricate changes. Gaming example. This toolkit would contain everything a dedicated modder needs to deeply customize Champions of Norath. It might include level editor, to design new dungeons or towns. Character editor, to change character stats, appearances, or add new playable races. Scripting tools, to write new quests or alter existing game mechanics. Debugging tools, to find glitches or exploit opportunities. Scenario. If you wanted to add a new secret boss to Champions of Norath that only appears after collecting all rare items, you would use the MCP Toolkit to design the boss's appearance and abilities, using Character Editor. Write the AI for the boss, perhaps using an AI cartridge you developed. Implement the trigger condition. Collect all rare items in the game's script, using scripting tools. Integrate the new boss and its dungeon into the existing game map, using the level editor. This entire complex modification would be done with the MCP Toolkit. Finally, on the bottom right, extensions are represented as extra tools in the PS2 menu. Explanation. Extensions are add-on features or functionalities that enhance the core capabilities of an application or system. Gaming example. Think of extensions as extra options or utilities that appear in your PS2 system menu, or even within the game itself, but aren't part of the core gameplay. In Champions of Norath, this could be a New Game Plus option unlocked after finishing the game, an in-game bestiary that shows detailed stats for all monsters you've encountered, or a photo mode to capture screenshots. In Mario Bros., this could be an Achievements tracker in the game's pause menu, a Level Select screen unlocked after beating the game, or a Sound Test option to listen to all the game's music and sound effects. In Sonic the Hedgehog, an Extensions menu might let you change character costumes, activate cheat codes, or access a Time Attack mode not present in the main game. These are useful additions that enhance the player's experience.